Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to another micro class. This one's on joy, money, flow. It's inspired by Born for This by Chris Guillebeau. Awesome book, all about helping you discover the work you were meant to do. What are you born to do? Well, one way to help you discover that is to imagine the nexus point of these three circles. What gives you joy, what you can get paid to do, and where you find flow. Joy, money, flow. Let's walk through that in a little more detail and think about this as we do, how it applies to you. So, joy, money, flow. What do you love to do? This is what Jim Collins, who has his own very, very similar model. So, Jim Collins, in Good to Great, says that great businesses, great individuals basically figure out the nexus point of three things: what they love to do, what they can be great at, his standard is best in the world at, and what the world needs and what they will pay for. That's your economic engine, right? So I've used that model so many times in my life. I've shared it with you before. This is basically a tweak on that. Your joy. What do you love to do? What do you love to do so much that you would pay to do it? You just feel alive. This is awesome. That's what this is for me. I would pay to read. It gives me a ton of joy. And to be able to share these ideas and have great conversations with inspired human beings, it's awesome. Joy. Then, very importantly, and Chris puts this in the second position for a reason. You need to get paid, right? If you don't get paid, what is that? Well, that's called a hobby. And if you were born to do something, then Stephen Pressfield style, he talks about turning pro. He says the amateur comes from the word to love. But he says, look, true love is when you're willing to turn pro. We don't want this to be a hobby. We want to figure out how we can do what we're born to do. That requires us figuring out how we're going to get paid. That's not easy to do. What are the needs in the world? And how are you going to meet them doing what you love to do while using your strengths, being in flow more and more consistently? Joy, money, flow. Think about it. And I'll just go into the next part. I was going to make this the next microclass, but I'll make it one. He says you need to play the elimination game. One thing you can do to get more clarity is to play the elimination game. First thing you want to do is to just make note of every single possible thing you could do. You can keep on doing what you're doing right now. You can do something different. You can do 1,000 other things, right? What are they? Map them all out. Write them down. All your different possibilities. Start with a lot of them. Then start eliminating them based on what isn't going to give you joy. You know what? That's a decent idea, but I'm not going to enjoy that. Get rid of that. No, I wouldn't love that. Boom. Okay. Then it's time to eliminate the things that you don't think you can make money doing. How are you going to get paid? Well, that's just a nice thing. Yes, I'd love to do that, but I don't know how I'm going to get paid. Okay, knock those out. Okay, there you go. Right. And then you've got what you can be really great at, when you feel flow, which is what you're going to experience when you're engaging your strengths, right? So we've got the skills and challenges thing that we talk about all the time with Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. You don't want to be bored. You don't want to be anxious. You want to be in flow, right? Skills meeting challenges. Oh, well, that's not going to meet it. That's not going to meet it. I don't think that will either. I don't think that will either. But look, I've got a few options. These ones are pretty cool, right? You played the eliminate. Oh, no, now that I think about it, those ones won't work. But you have those options. That's the elimination game to help you drill down on how you can get more clarity and play right in here. Another point, while we're on a roll, is to keep in mind the fact that this isn't about figuring it out in one broad swoop. You're not going to wave a magic wand and have it all figured out. You need to iterate, and you do that via trial and error. Not magic wand waving, but trying things. So keep that in mind as you get more and more clarity on your joy, money, flow. Hey guys, this is Brian. A lot of people don't know what I do beyond these YouTube videos I put up, so I thought I'd give you a quick tour of our membership platform. Thousands of people have joined us already. $10 a month. Get access to a ton of stuff that's in addition to what I put up on YouTube for free. So the basic idea is you just watched a micro class. Hope you enjoyed that. I just started doing these micro classes, but I now share over 50 of these per month. We've shared dozens so far, and it's basically a quick class on my absolute favorite stuff across the different domains of optimal living. 2 to 3, maybe 5-minute little micro classes on how to optimize your life. In addition to that, you get access to every single one of our Philosopher's Notes. We now have over 250 Philosopher's Notes on some really, really good books, a lot of them. In each one of them, you're familiar with the PNTV videos if you've watched many of those, but we also have PDFs and MP3s of our Philosopher's Notes. So let's take a look at what a PDF looks like. This is an example of a Philosopher's Note. It's a 6-page PDF where I basically share some of my favorite thoughts, riff on it, talk about how other teachers say the same things, and give you a nice playful kick in the butt to go out and apply the wisdom. That is a Philosopher's Note. I record that as an MP3 that you can download as well. And 250 of those. I produce 10 of those at least per month that I share with you, in addition to the micro classes. And then you also get access to all of our old classes. We have the 5-day immersion reboot, Habits 101, Confidence 101, Getting Stuff Done 101, Meditation 101, and then future classes, including Relationships 101, Energy 101, Purpose 101, Biz 101, Goals 101, etc. So there you go. Really blessed to have some extraordinary support, and I will share with you where you go to sign up. I'll put a link to this, but basically cruise on over here. You can sign up, and this is the kind of response we've gotten so far from our members. It's pretty neat. I've made more positive changes in my life in my brief membership, only 3 months so far, than I did through years of counseling. Yes, Brian Johnson, you are a rock star. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And I'm making huge strides in optimizing my life as a result of your Philosopher's Notes and Optimal Living classes. I spend $19 a month on my gym membership to take care of my body. A mere $10 a month on an Optimal Living membership is the biggest value and best investment I've ever made in my emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Thank you for the incredible work you're doing to inspire us to be rock stars in our own lives. Unbelievably inspiring and humbling. In 24 hours, we received hundreds of extraordinary notes from members around the world. So there you go. That's a quick look at what we're up to. $10 a month. Hope to astonish you. There you go.